Desire, victory, prosperity, goddess, morning star, evening star, sister. Second planet, Venus. Venus is an important frontier that must be explored for all of humanity. Its similar aspects to Earth, like gravity, atmosphere, and the technology we developed, can help us stop our downfall. Chapter 1. First Probes. In 1962, a small probe flew by Venus, becoming the first spacecraft to send data from a planet's sphere of influence, which is the sphere in which gravity of a planet influences things. That probe was Mariner 2, sent on a Atlas Agena rocket. It became the first spacecraft to ever reach another planet and marked a turning point on space travel. As a robotic probe, many of the systems had to be developed from scratch. While back then robotics was in its infancy, nowadays anything on an assembly line was probably through multiple robots. The communication systems on the probe were revolutionary, allowing for very long-distance communication. But America's lead in Venus exploration was not to last, as on November 12, 1965, the Soviet Union, with their Venera 2 craft, also flew by the planet. The race for Venus is on, and it's clear who was in the lead looking forward through history. Chapter 2. Soviet Dominance. In the latter half of the 60s, Soviet spacecraft were set on one thing: get into the atmosphere of Venus. Venera 3 successfully went into the atmosphere and impacted the planet. Venera 4 was the first Venus craft specifically made for atmospheric study. The first craft to bonk another planet is a huge technological achievement. It shows our start from a rock-throwing group, trying not to starve, to shooting robots to other planets that for thousands of years were just dots in the sky. Then a massive development. On December 15, 1970, Venera 7 became the first spacecraft to soft land on another planet and the first to transmit data back there from Earth. The lander was designed to be able to survive pressure of up to 2,600 psi and temperatures of 1,076 degrees Fahrenheit, compared to Earth's 14.7 psi, an average temperature of around 57 degrees Fahrenheit. This opened the floodgates of multiple landers. A total of 10 landers reached the surface successfully. With cameras, balloons, and bus probes in orbit, these landers are diverse and special. The technology we developed to go and land on another planet could be used for other high-pressure or high-temperature situations. Deep-sea volcanoes could be an example of both. But that brings to the question, what is Venus really like? Chapter 3. Venus, the sister planet. With a scorching hot temperature of 874 degrees Fahrenheit in an atmosphere with more sulfur than oxygen, Venus is not a very good vacation destination. The pressure is more than 75 atmospheres. That's a lot more than Ohio. In fact, it's so dangerous that you would die instantly. Venus, despite being the hottest planet, is roughly Earth-size, with a gravity of about 0.91 Gs. Earth is at 1 G. It's clear that right now, Venus is pretty inhabitable, but it might not have always been. Scientists think that Venus might have had liquid water, and with liquid water comes the ability for life. Clearly, some world-ending event happened, but what is it? Is Earth on track to be an acid-filled oven cooking away our legacy? Chapter 4. The End. Venus is our sister planet, and always has been since we discovered it was a planet. We know some of Venus history, but not all of it. Venus is a frontier of atmospheric science, high-pressure technologies, and climate change. We must learn from the past, or be doomed to repeat it. It is our desire, with victory, our continued prosperity, It is a goddess. The morning star, the evening star. Our sister, the system's second planet. It is Venus.